guys, today we're talking about what to do after you've had an unprotected sexual encounter or a one-night stand. If you're on a birth control method, you're using it how you're supposed to, you're pretty much covered. If you use a condom, the chances of pregnancy or getting an infection are really low. If you didn't use either one of those, the next step would be to go to the pharmacy and find a medication called Plan B. It's over the counter. You don't need a prescription for it. You don't have to show how old you are. Just anyone can go buy it over the counter now. It's available. You also want to make sure that you take it as soon as possible after this encounter. The best time to take it is within 3 days, but you can even use it up to 5 days after having sex. After you take Plan B, you might have a side effect of like nausea and vomiting. If you do vomit within 3 hours of taking the pill, you want to retake the pill because you pretty much vomited the pill that you just took. After that, if you are on a birth control method and you still want to use Plan B, or if you use Plan B without being on a birth control method, it might throw off your period. So don't be surprised if you don't get your period when you're expecting it, or if you start spotting irregularly. If that happens, you want to make sure that you check a pregnancy test just to make sure that you aren't pregnant. Some of the more common ones are gonorrhea and chlamydia. Don't wait for symptoms because sometimes you might not have symptoms and you still have an infection. Go see your doctor a week after having had sex with no condoms, and they'll check for gonorrhea and chlamydia either in the urine or they'll do a pelvic swab. And then the other test that you want to check for, because if you are exposed to one of them, you're basically exposed to all the infections. So you want to check for syphilis. That will come back positive after 6 weeks. And the other infections are HIV, herpes, and hepatitis B and C. Those take up to 3 months to turn positive. And if any of these come back positive, if you have any way of contacting that person that you slept with, the right thing to do really is to contact them and let them know you have this infection so that they can also get treated and they can contact their other sexual partners and everyone can get treated. If you're not already on a birth control method, you can use Plan B, and then after Plan B, you confirm that you're not pregnant. This is the best time to start a birth control method that you can be on. You want to practice safe sex, meaning you want to be with the same person so that you guys know that you're not giving each other any infection. And then the other thing is you want to use condoms all the time so that you're protected against pregnancy and infections. If there's any drinking involved, you want to make sure that you don't go home alone. You want to always go home with a friend so that you're not under the influence of anything and being vulnerable to anyone that wants to take advantage of you. Okay, so make sure to like our Facebook page. If you have any questions, email me at GynoGal.com or leave any comments down below. Thanks. That you're having or you're presenting with. If you're having more than 4 infections